The Bad Guys is the new DreamWorks animated film that released in theaters, and I went to the theater to watch this movie. And when I saw the trailers for this one, I was pretty interested. It looked like a fun movie. I was very shocked by what this movie was. There were actual moments in this movie I didn't expect. Like I kind of thought how I knew this movie was gonna go because you saw my previous DreamWorks review that I did earlier in the week. I reviewed Megamind, and Megamind is another DreamWorks movie where it's about a good guy or a bad guy turning good. Now, obviously, these are very different movies, but I thought, okay, it's gonna be similar to that type of thing, and they're gonna become good. Pretty simple story. I was like, all right. But I was very shocked by like a couple twists that happened in this movie. I'm not gonna talk spoilers. This movie isn't a movie that you really need to talk spoilers about. But yeah, there's a couple twists in this movie that I didn't expect. One being a villain, and then one being a character within the story. And that character within the story kind of really, well, both those twists actually made me go, oh, I can see why they're making this movie. It's clear that this is going to be a franchise. Like, obviously, this is going to be a franchise, I guess, but it really showed you, oh, there could be a whole world of these bad guys, these criminals, and stories that could happen in this series. That's awesome, and I want to see that. And it was a lot of fun. What I really liked about this movie, the animation style is gorgeous, really made the action scenes pop. And a lot of the humor really worked, but what I really liked about this movie is it's incredibly fast paced. It really worked. But at the heart of this movie, it feels very Quentin Tarantino esque, where like Quentin Tarantino movies have a lot of action scenes, but they also have a lot of fast paced, really good, well written dialogue, and this movie does too. Not on the same level as Quentin Tarantino movies, but like this movie literally starts with the snake and the wolf in a coffee shop, just having a conversation before going to a bank heist. And it's a great scene. Like, it's a cool way to start this movie. And this movie is also a parody of the Ocean's movies and heist movies. It's really cool in that sense, like because like like they even reference the fact that the wolf is basically a parody of George Clooney's character from the Ocean's movies. I mean, they even just say in the movie, "You're going Clooney on her" or something like that, something to that effect, basically. And that's like it's really neat because while this is a kids' movies, I think adults are gonna get something out of that layer to this, and it's also just a fun movie, and it's also so fast paced and quick that like as soon as it's over, you just go, yeah, I would watch that again. Or like it's a fun one to have on because it's not that long. It's super quick. It just goes and it's done and it's great. I think this is one of the better modern DreamWorks movies. It's definitely one of their better movies in of recent memory. Not to say that their recent output has been bad, but like their recent output has been like Trolls, Boss Baby, Crudes 2, that kind of stuff. This kind of feels like more return to good DreamWorks, and like they're making new original properties that are going to be successful and actually work this time. I really enjoyed this movie, and I can't wait to see what comes out of this franchise.